Hi everyone, welcome to Legal Limelight. Kimberly Stark is joining us today. She's a friend and client and the owner of the Flourish Consultancy. I'm really excited. She squeezed us into her schedule. So let's give it 1 second. Let people join. Hey guys. Hi Bethany. Hi Sam. Let's ping Kimberly. Hey Danielle.
Hi, how
Hi.
are you?
I'm good. How's the airport?
I know. I'm coming to you from the airport, as you can see in the back, so hopefully you can hear me okay here.
I hear you perfectly. You look
Awesome.
great.
Thank you, so do you, as always. How's it going over there?
It's really good. I gave everyone like a brief introduction, but as we were just talking about like 2 seconds before we joined, the purpose of this conversation is really to see what you're up to, Kimberly. It's been a while, and we want to know, what is the Flourish Consultancy? I would start there because, like, from working with you, I know you do so much stuff. So what does the Flourish Consultancy do, and kind of like what has it become over the past 2 years since we've worked together?
Sure, I know. You have been such a great asset to me. Not only that, you are crushing it over there and you inspire me all the time. So I love it. I love our friendship. I love our working relationship. It's been awesome.
You're so sweet.
But as you know, yeah, so I launched Flourish in we did R&D in March of 2020, and we launched like 2 beta classes during the spring and the summer, and then officially launched that fall.
Did
We are
COVID affect you at all, like during that March of 2020?
Well, that's how it happened. I actually worked in travel and I got laid off because I sold business travel. And I thought, this had been like an acorn of an idea that I had for years and years and years and years. And so with COVID, I just was like, this is it. This is my opportunity. The whole world shut down. If I'm going to launch something like this, it's now. So yeah, so I spent that spring writing the curriculum. So we have a professional development company. We offer an employee wellness program. And our goal is to to teach people how to build true resilience and strategy through adversity. And so I wrote the curriculum during the spring of 2020. Like I said, we did a couple rounds of beta. And then when we were like, this works, this is awesome, I decided to take it to market as an employee wellness program, because I felt like that was the fastest way to market versus becoming a coach or anything like that.
And people need it. Like,
Yeah,
corporate
yeah.
America, institutions need it.
The adversity and the hardships that your employees are facing has a measurable hard cost to the company, as seen through attrition and depression, anxiety, higher healthcare costs, and lower productivity, all of that. So if we can come in and genuinely teach people how to navigate some of this adversity and increase their health in the key areas of well-being, then it not only benefits them, but it benefits the employer as well. So it's a win-win. So that's where we fit in the marketplace. In the fall of 2020, we started with corporate clients. And then around the corner into spring of 2021, we launched into education as an employee wellness program. We really speak to it in education as adult SEL. Social emotional learning is really big in education right now, but we say we come in and let's start with the educators first and get them healthy, and then they can go and pass that along to the kiddos. So we launched into education. Last year, we had some exciting movement forward, and that we started in the hospitality industry, which is a super fun vertical. I love it so much because it's a vertical that people don't normally consider for professional development. I mean, these are servers and bartenders, and a lot of these people haven't even gone to college. So it's a great concept to hit these markets, and I love the work that we're doing there. And let's see, and also we got our CPE accreditation last year, which means that if you are a CPA, you can take our class, and I'm sure it's a lot more fun than some of those other classes.
Oh my gosh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
You should get like CLEs. That's the lawyer.
Yes.
For.
You know what? I had another attorney tell me that too. So that'll be our next step. Yeah, in applying for that.
That's amazing. So so then, like, let's say the company hires you. What do you do? Is it in person? Is it videos?
Yeah.
Like, what's the curriculum?
So we have an 8-module employee wellness program. So we start with, and it's offered, some days in half-day sessions, some days, sometimes like once a week for 8 weeks. But we start off with, when you think about like, how do you successfully adult and where do you even start? And a lot of people, when they hit adversity or something like that, or you're just like, I want to level up my life.
Yeah.
Like, where do you start? And we give them a plan and a model to start. And our model starts with building true strategy through adversity. So we start with a shift of perspective on adversity itself, knowing that post-traumatic growth exists. You can utilize it to not only bounce back, but to bounce forward. And then secondly is agency. So we talk about, yes, your hardships can be redeemed, but you are the one that has to do it. So we talk a lot about the roadmap to transition or navigating fear in that really owning your life module. And then we talk about imagination. And I love this. There's a lot of new data around strategic foresight and imagining the best life that you can imagine and starting there to push through any self-limiting beliefs that you might have. Like, start there and then build backwards. And then there we have mindset. We have then setting up your systems to achieve your goals. And then we apply that model to 3 key areas of well-being: your bodily health, which we call equilibrium. We don't just hit diet and exercise like they talked about when I was little. We hit gut health and breathing and cognitive health and sleep and rest. And then relationship health, which is one of my favorite ones, which we're pushing into a little bit more, defining what the characteristics of a healthy relationship look like, both at home and in the work environment. And then livelihood, which is our one on finance and career and ultimately purpose.
This is like the life course.
Yeah, it is. That's what this is, where it even started. And I don't know if I told you this, Francesca, but I think so, is that when I was launching from college into adult life, and raising, my 20s, I was raising babies. I was like, I noticed the gap in the education between, I have a college degree, what I learned in college, conventional education, and what it actually takes to successfully adult. And that's where we want to hit, at least starting to hit that education. So we hit it with adults. We have a market that at a local university here too, that kind of is in more that launching into adulthood market. We work with Mutual of Omaha with their sales reps team. So a lot of them are new college grads launching into adulthood. But you'd be surprised too. All of us, like even on a rebuild, you need to know kind of where to start.
Yeah,
and that's what we
just got chills thinking about that, because I mentor a lot of students and law students, and it's really shocking when, like your whole life you've been taught to like please your teachers and please your parents and get A's, and then all of a sudden you're like thrown into a corporate environment where, now you need health insurance. Now things like you have to learn how to budget, you have to learn how to save money. And it's like, I'm sure I shouldn't be the one talking about this, but I'm sure you know that there's all of these statistics on like young people's mental health, because they feel like they're sinking and there's so much pressure. So I love that you said that, because it is something that gets missed in regular education. And also, I know that you were talking about imagining, and it's really all about mastering your mind. And
it's all in there's so much of it, I would say almost all in your mind, in your head.
100%. But we're not taught that, right?
Yeah.
So I love that your programs are tailored to like entry level, but also at any point, this is stuff that every single person needs to know. So when you sign on a client, like how long is it? Is it on demand too? Is it in person? How long is the program?
So it's the program that we're offering right now is the Flourish Masterclass on Resilience and Strategy Through Adversity. We also have one that we're launching called Embrace, but it can be, like I said, it can be 8 weeks. And then we have clients who have incorporated it into their onboarding process. So we'll do one session, and a lot of times we do a session in the spring with our clients, a session in the fall, and then professional development for teachers and all of that during the summer. So that's kind of the rhythm it ends up going. But I wanted to touch on one thing, because you and I have had a really great conversation offline on this, you know, if you're scrappy and you're a grinder and you're out there, you're working so hard, especially as you're launching off like into your career, you can get really stuck in and you talked about a lot, being an attorney in New York, and what is the rhythms of being, you know, out and
burnout.
Late nights and burnout. Yeah, and burnout. And so once you've experienced some of that and start to realize that you can't run at this speed forever, and it's also going to decrease your productivity. So prioritizing yourself, changing some of your habits in order to actually be more productive in the long run.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, even just like, I literally got chills when you were saying everything, and how I just saw myself graduating college and being like so overwhelmed in over my head, but then having you as a support guide, which is awesome. So a lot of people who are watching this work for big companies, or maybe they have potential and they're in HR. If someone's watching this right now and like wants to work with you, what's the best way to get in touch with you and the best way for them to learn more?
Yeah, you can reach out to me or anyone on my team. You can find us at theflourishconsultancy.com. I'm Kimberly Ann Stark on socials here, but we're also at the Flourish Consultancy. You can DM us, you can email us. It's Kimberly at the Flourish Consultancy. Any of that, you'll be able to reach any of us. But we would love to work with you. We are, you know, really committed to this mission. We're really clear about what the mission is, and it's that all may flourish, and giving whoever is willing to do a deep dive on themselves, whoever's willing to commit to the education and commit to doing the work, we're happy to provide the education that to get there, to get those results.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. You know, COVID was crazy, but you know, it sounds like this really was your purpose in life, and I'm really glad that everything has come together, and I'm excited to hear the next chapter.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you for making the time today, Kimberly. And before you go, for the people who are watching this live, if you don't already follow Kimberly, you can hit the little arrow button at the top and click follow. Her Instagram is Kimberly Ann Stark. And for those of you who are watching the recording, you can follow Kimberly on Instagram, on LinkedIn. And are there any other platforms that you have, or are those the two main ones?
Those are the main ones.
Yeah.
Start there. Yeah.
LinkedIn is the new Instagram.
Right? I know, it is. I love it. Yeah.
It's awesome. So thank you so much. Have an amazing flight.
Thank you.
We'll catch up soon. And thank you everyone for watching. We're here every Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. This was Legal Limelight, and have a great rest of your week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.